let's relax a little. Just chill out for a bit with some Sable. Some Sable. Sable, baby. Because this game looked cute. And I'm doing this on a whim. Oh, that's charming. Ba ba da. Da da da. Sable's married to Lesnar, so she wins, I guess. You know what? All the better. That is not a man I would challenge a woman for. Or challenge for a woman. I would not fight Brock Lesnar. You can quote me on that. Shedworks. The Apex, no! Okay, hello, little guy. Up. Somebody really liked the opening of episode 8? 7? Episode 7.
Haha! Dangly parts.
I can ride her. Nice. I've been 2 months on estrogen. Congrats. Hope the transition is treating you well. Or the hormones are treating you well. I'm very chill right now. Oh, her name is Sable. Hello, Big Mommy Mask. You have a seam down your center. Oh, I can climb you like Zelda. I had enough stamina to make it here. I'm on top of Mama Mask. Okay. Hey, Lanny. Controls are a little odd. Yo, what's up, Repscallion? Think of the 25 months. Happy anniversary. Hey, Lanny. Hi, chat. Has your night been? Have you seen the new Mario movie trailer unveiled today? I saw part of it. Again, I'm trying to like avoid trailers because I don't like spoilers, and the Mario movie is almost certainly something I'm going to give a shot. I hear Chris Pratt is really doing a Chris Pratt voice, though. I figured that one out already. Thanks, game. Moving towards a wall. Begins climbing. Keep an eye on your stamina. Whoa, 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 figuring out. Do I need stamina to climb a ladder? No, I do not. Ladders are easy to climb. Bird. Bye, bird. This is very pretty. Remember back in the early 2000s when everybody was saying, oh man, Wind Waker's graphics are stupid and bad? I remember that consensus. But I dug cell shading. I just didn't have a GameCube. Only sprint while I have stamina. I think I remember why people were kind of pissy about Wind Waker. It's because as soon as like the GameCube got announced, and I can't remember if this was before or after Soul Calibur 2 was announced, where you'd get to play as Link, and then you got to see like a high resolution Link, and people were like, oh shit. But I do know that there was some like upscaled shots of Ocarina of Time floating around. And people are like, oh man, I can't wait for the next Zelda. And then they finally announce it, and it is Wind Waker. And it's just so vastly different from what everybody was expecting. They're like, game sucks. I'm nervous. She's softly, sweetly amused in her eyes. I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? Oh, wait, no, she's old. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? And yet, I shrug, but any attempt to act casual are fruitless. The movement is jerky. I think that's just the frame rate of the game, don't worry. I don't think I've ever been aware of my little shoulders. She laughs. I mean it. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? How would you do that on all this sand? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how wonderful the wind felt through the fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward, and you put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her. She can do whatever she wants, as long as she has stamina in her meter. Jaddy reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. No, she didn't. You can, Sable. I take a breath. I think I'm ready. I thank Jaddy for the encouragement and tell her with a nod that I think I'm ready. I know you are, so let's get you started. You'll need to talk to Hilal and Driss. Driss should probably have made the arrangements for your bike, and Hilal will share something. Well, let's say as useful as it is fun, I think I might suspect that Jaddy's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. What if I choose the wrong path? I asked Jaddy what would become of me if I choose the wrong path. There are no wrong paths, Sable. Or right ones. I'll be glad if you choose to stay with the Ibexi, but truth be told, I'll be glad no matter what. So long as you're happy. God, she's so understanding. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing. So don't try using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. Now go speak to Hilal. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Shizo. Sizo? But you know how he is. Ba-bang! Oh, I got a compass. Thank you. As I approach Hilal, they give an enthusiastic wave. God damn, that sumbitch tall. I've always appreciated Hilal's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it, with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this. Hilal hands me a small round stone. As it nestles into my palm, I feel a warmth, not borrowed from Hilal's hands, but emerging from within. I rub my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. What is this? I try to sound less confused than I am, but I ask Hilal what this is. Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Hilal what I feel. Electricity. Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hilal claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Hilal stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple. Go see Driss. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember Jaddy's words. Now and tell Hilal that I'll go see Driss. I am going to Driss. Question 1. Is there fall damage? No. Though I've told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful or has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start.
Sable, hello?
Jaddy sent me to speak with you.
Did she?
What about? I tell him it was about something special and then makes a leading gesture, slowly trying to be perfectly cool and confidential. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I asked Driss if he might sort of possibly maybe have a bike for me.
Your bike!
He yells it like it's an idea he just had.
Your bike! Yes, of course, right. Yes, your bike. That I prepared for you because today is your...
Driss nods along with me.
Yes, of course, right. Yes, I do have that.
My blood runs cold. Has he forgotten?
Which, I mean, I arranged it for you in a, well, it's a sort of tutorial for you?
It's not here?
Not exactly. But that's because it's part of your gliding. You see, Sable, before you can own your own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but Driss does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little bit shabby. A tester if I've ever seen one. A test. How will you ever ride your own bike if you haven't tested your riding skills? Come on, Sable, it's part of it.
He laughs weakly. It's not convincing.
Now ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off.
When you're not riding, your hoverbike will appear as a blue icon on your compass. Ooh, it actually has trigger pressure. And the trigger is slowly, like, jutting along with the crappy, like, sputtering of the engine. It's kind of funny. Oh, Lord, it's trying. I should speak to Driss. This is untenable. The fuck was that, dude? I return to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming.
Sable, congratulations! How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles? Unexplained hissing? Small fires?
What do you mean, fires?
Surely you'd have noticed if there was on fire. Even a little bit.
Was that a possibility?
Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine.
Driss, is this bike dangerous?
Well,
he doesn't finish.
Have you already been to buy halal?
Am I not getting a bike?
Oh, well, you're getting use of this. You're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, huh? You can borrow it to run your little errands.
My little errands?
And halal's got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that mobility you're after.
With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Hilal. Well, let's see.
Look at me go. I like that whistle. Where was Hilal? Was he saying, is Hilal up there? Oh, thanks, Toby-Sara. I'm glad you're enjoying my read. It's good practice. I'm almost out of stamina. I made it. Just have to breathe some. Oh, fuck. What have I done? Oh, I'm fine. Hey, is Hilal in here? I need to go to some ruins at some point. But they don't show up on my map. Head over to the temple, Sable. I promise it'll be worth the trip. Okay. Ooh, is that something I can take from? 20 dice! Wait, no, I can't get hurt. What? Get your motor running, get him on the highway. Looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way. Oh, peace, artisan. Have a good night, dude. There ain't nothing gonna make it happen. Hit the world at a running pace. Is this the temple? I really should have been paying better attention. Yeah, no, that's the way. This game's got a nice indie bop to it. Kind of reminds me of Route 86. We played that earlier this year. That was a fun one. Game had a lot of goddamn charm. Up we go. We'll find this altar. Okay. Woo! I am immune to gravity. That means this game can't hurt me. Did I ever play Stray? Yeah, you can find all of my archives of Stray over on youtube.com/LannyArcade. Or if you're here already, hello. Like, share, subscribe. Is sharing still a thing people do on YouTube? I don't think so. But hey, if you feel up for it, I ain't gonna stop you. The stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Yes and no. I'm ready for Rohana to know me, and I'm ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in her sight. Wobbly wobbly whoop. The colors, children, the colors. Bleh. Up we go. Did I just die? And now there's another one. Man, it's just an eternal joke with these gods. I wonder if the next one will go down, or if this is just like an infinite corridor. Ah, delicious hydration. Show Hilal the activated gliding stone. I can glide. Ah, that's cool. Now gravity really can't do shit. That's right, gravity, you bitch. Now I don't need to worry about you ever. My people have force bubbles, bitch. It's gonna be hard getting out of there. I don't think I have enough stamina to climb all that. But we'll fucking try. No, I definitely do not have enough stamina for this. Wow. Magneto! How's it going? It's going pretty fun, Josh. Just trying this baby out. Hey, yeah, can I go back up? I think I screwed up my ascent. Probably by not reading the tutorial. Okay. That was on me. I forgot to jump first. Wait, it goes further? Uppies. More uppy. Uppy. No, wait, no, that'll crush me. I'm good. I'm good on that. Unless even that form of gravity can't hurt me. Well, yes, we learned that already. I see. It wanted me to climb upwards instead of continuing to glide outwards. That makes much more sense, honestly. Look at that. It's my quinceañera and I can already fly. Ooh, what's this slug? Hello, fancy worm. A cum egg. Cum egg. Offered up by the cums. When planting themselves into the ground, perfectly smooth and hard as a rock, these eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these.
Magneto, motherfucker.
And away we go. Oh Lord, I hope this thing makes it. Oh Lord, we trying. Please don't die on me, little one. Ah! God damn it. When I return to Halal, it's clear they know that what I've experienced. They're excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them before I've even left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Safe, like a warm hug. I tell Halal that I feel almost embraced by the perpetual, warm and safe in my own little bubble. They swoon. Oh, that's such a nice way of describing it. Halal's mood doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling, just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, Or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there heaving myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. I tell Halal that I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf, and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes real serious focus. Halal laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if it were all gains and no loss, I think about that, but decide that there is already too much loss in my mind to consider it much further. I'm saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice? Try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all of that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Halal for their advice and for their help and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and reassurance, all in one. I say goodbye to Halal. Before I go, Halal gestures towards
Lanny.
the tower. It seems Saizo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. That is a mighty tower. Shinichi, thank you for the 36 months, my man. Happy 3rd year anniversary. Holy moly. Hey, Lanny, hope you're having a good night. How was the ending of Evil West? It was jank as expected, but you know what? It was fun enough. It was a fun time. I don't regret it. It is not a game I, wholeheartedly would recommend to everybody. But if you enjoy jank action games with, grim, dark, extra... Well, not grim, dark, but, edgy edge to it, you might dig this. This, on the other hand, feels like the exact opposite. This is like hot cocoa for the soul. Saizo is an outclanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and think of her more as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their posts, and by their training and their code, they must go where they are needed. But Saizo has been among us as long as so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us are concerned, she's one of us. I think there's a perception among the other clans that the Ibexi are quite insular, or that our designation of Ibexi versus outclanners suggests some nervous otherings of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind. But all are welcome to join, and I'm always pleased that Saizo did. Sable! How do you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Bit worried. Am I really getting a bike? Saizo has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, Jody told me how excited you were. Saizo sniffs. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have. I knew it. What? I didn't mean to say it out loud, so I tell her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss's forgetfulness. Were I tasked with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered. And besides, this will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hoverbike parts yourself. I'm gonna make my own hoverbike? I ask Saizo if I'm expected to make my own hoverbike. No, you're not going to make your own hoverbike. You're going to build your own hoverbike. What's the difference? To make suggests you're creating something, but your bike already exists. They simply haven't taken form yet. Here, take this. Saizo hands me something. The Navigator. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful to finding the old parts. I asked Saizo where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in the ruined ships and fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there nearest the camp. We'll find another up at that great rock near the other side of the canyon. Alright, towards the magma. And another behind the old dam on the hill. Use your navigator to mark that down if you need. You'll need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. Do most gliders make their own bikes? Only the lucky ones. I tell Saizo I'll see her soon and head off in search of components. Together we will create something new out of the old. Aha, Zelda navigation, I see. Hold on. There we go. Oh, is it that thing? Out that one. Okay. Can I get rid of this one? Alright. Time to glide! Woo! I need to go get my crap bike so I can build my real bike! Green E.T. The old story of Anakin Christ building his hoverbike. Yup. Camera didn't eat the dust, that'd be great. Oh good, the dam's open. I don't have to climb the whole damn thing. Woo! Sick jump! Sick jump! You don't think they mean wooden ship, do you? This art style was a great call. Holy shit, there's still power to this thing. Hey, Lanny. Yo, Clarky5613, thank you for the 21 months. Happy anniversary, dude. Also, hey, Dobbs. Been a fan for a while. Love what you do. Ask some advice. It's deep advice. Deep advice. Ooh. I'm intrigued. I am not exactly the most knowledgeable person in the world, but I always like to try to help when I can. Oh, that looks shippy. I don't even know why I do that. Gravity can't hurt me. I solved my first puzzle. Didn't even need a tutorial for that one. It's like gamer logic was just in my brain the whole time. Is that the thingy? I found a control panel. What kind of game is this? Right now it just feels like a exploration kind of game. It's real chill and calming. Quite the opposite of what we were just playing and what we will be playing next, at least in the long form. Also don't know if I mentioned this, but on Thursday, I know the archive of this will be well up well after that, but on Thursday, gonna be doing some hunting in the Dead by Daylight, doing some community games where I hunt you guys for sport. So if you want to be hunted for sport, pop on in. It'll be fun. For everybody. Probably. Oh, Jesus, Dobbs. Yeah, that's a hell of a situation. Partner being stalked. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to my loved ones, I get incredibly defensive as well. That is a hard one to go with. If you got the police involved already, which it sounds like you do, that's like a good and obvious first step. And hopefully they take it seriously. Best advice, I mean, like, if it's something that you're legitimately worried about, get your partner some defensive items, like, you know, mace or a taser or something. The police from the UK, normally there's a way to go about it, but I can't do that. Ooh, yeah. Shit. I would say any occurrence that happens, like, try to get any sort of documented proof you can. Like, you know, cell phone recordings, anything that you can use as leverage in terms of, like, you know, actually having evidence. I'm not familiar with UK laws, so I don't know how far you're actually able to go in terms of defending yourself. So I'm not able to throw all of my, like, even the taser that I mentioned might be illegal in the UK. I have no clue. There's nothing of use to be found in the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. I'm gonna push the button. A voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording. It's barely audible. Stop messing around with those buttons, you absolute idiot! Sorry, Raymond. Concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. Alright, let's see if what that old mechanist told us holds up. If not, there'll be hell to pay. I heard the sound of the mechanical adjustments being made. 3 clicks. Buttons being pressed, perhaps. Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever hard. Yes, Raymond. The sound of a click and a loud grunt before a snapping sound. Oh. On Rohana's masks. Not that hard! You've torn it out! Suddenly, the speakers are filled with static and a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. And then the sound of someone cheering. It worked! We're flying! More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast. We need to slow it down a bit. How do we do that, Raymond? Let me check the mechanist notes. A long pause. The rumbling static sound that started playing when the ship took off is still increasing in pitch. Raymond? That lever, Toma. The one you just ripped out. We're going too fast. We're gonna crash. We need to try to... The recording cuts off here. Whoops. I'll leave the button alone this time. Sounds like they had a rough time of that. Well, hello there, little one.
Are you looking for a calibrator?
I'm immediately on guard. Saima has always been a mischief maker and taken tremendous pleasure in tormenting me. In theory, I'm older, more experienced, and should be more than able to withstand it. In practice...
You won't find it here. I've hidden it. You'll never find it. Never, never.
She never fails to get to me. You're a horrible child. Saima laughs off my irritation, but I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change.
I'll give you the calibrator.
I put out my hand, proud of myself for standing tall before Saima.
If you give me some beetles. That's a fair trade, isn't it? Something you want for something I want.
I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator or acquiesce. But then I simply stifle a sigh and shake her little hand. Perhaps some of the adults in camp know where I can find some. Solo Snake, thank you for the 100 biddies. I'm sure they'll be fine. Yeah. Feel like you're failing her as she wakes up every day, crying her eyes out and scared to go outside. God damn. Yeah, that is a rough situation. I mean, especially because you can't be with her 24/7. I don't know if something as, like, simple as taking a self-defense course together would help at this situation. I'm guessing moving isn't out of the option, or isn't in the books. Maybe leaving town for a little bit might be, though. Just get away from things. I don't know how much of an option that actually could be, but... I need to talk to some adults about some beetles. How about you? You know anything about beetles? Kumar is a man of few words, and he's nothing if not consistent. Okay, I guess he doesn't know shit about beetles. I don't know why I continue to drive this thing. Is this thing? Ibex red dye. The dye bottle of the colors of the Ibex red bike. could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Saima. Do you know where I can find some beetles?
There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up and catch one, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor, and the beetle will start eating it. Then you can sneak up and grab it.
Jotty greets me warmly.
Hello, little glider.
We were in the midst of a conversation. Is Jotty sundowning? I tell Jotty how strange it is being called Glider instead of Sable or even Clanchild.
Just trying to get you used to it.
She seems to really like it, and maybe I like it too.
My little glider.
What's in here? Logging in. Hello, Sable. Unread messages. 0. Have a good day. Alright, the beetles are this way. My bike's all the way on the other side. I like the little float to this. There's like a little bit of like weightlessness to the ball. There it is. I'm shocked Saima didn't take this while I was away. A little bitch would. Alright, let's climb this frackin' wall. If I can. I can't. Let's find a way to climb that frackin' wall. That seems like a good start. That one's a little bit shorter. Maybe not short enough, though. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The hell? Hey, yo. Up we go. There's them beetles. Oh, the music changed to something charming. But this game was already so charming. And now we wait. Come and get it, little bitches. Climb the damn tree. Ah. I'm fucking get him. I'll fucking get him. Motherfucker! Okay, there's a time limit. There you go, you little bitch. Yeah, come here, you little bitch. Gotcha! Got your nose. Come here, you. Come on, I'm gonna get you. Gotcha! New yellow elephant beetle. This is a multi-use seed. Oh man, I thought I like smacked him for a second. Got him. Alright, I can leave now. You guys can have the rest of that. Oh, somebody redeemed no cursing? My bad. Unfortunately, there is no, like, audio notification to tell me that that's happened. I'm sure there's a way to make that happen. But I'm too dumb to figure it out. Or too lazy to figure it out. You decide! Got guitar again. Ah! Doing great, kid. Alright, I got your beetles. I feel embarrassingly vindicated as I hand Saima the beetles. Rather than gloat, she hands me the calibrator and begins to cry. What have I done? You're leaving. You're leaving and you'll never come back. Comfort her. She blows her nose and then wipes her hand over her tunic. You'll never come back after the last gliding. Are you sad? You were her friend. I miss her too. There's been a letter here and there, but it's always to us rather than to me. I'm not bitter, but I hope not to be like that. Please don't go. I tell Saima not to worry, that I'll be back sooner than she knows, and I'm sure she pouts behind the mask. And I add that if I'm not back sooner than she knows, then she'll be ready for her gliding by then, and she can come bother me herself. Promise? I say yes. Good. Then I suppose I can come see you off. I thank her and say goodbye for now. Little baby. Gotta climb that to get to the Lambda shuttle up there. Plot. God, my bike better be faster than this by a mile. Per hour, at least. And whoo, just made it. That seems right. Game took the Breath of the Wild formula and just made something real charming with it. The music is just so calming, man. I feel like I just want to like get super high and soak into this. It's not even technically illegal here in Texas. Like thanks to the farmers bill, like THC at least in oil form, is actually legal. Which is fucking bizarre to me. Ah! Haha! Magnetoed. Let's take this back. Then we can fly faster on our new bike. Solo Snake, thank you for the 100 biddies. Speaking of Zelda, you excited for Tears of the Kingdom? I'm not sure if I voted on it as my most anticipated game for the VGAs, but it's got to be up there, man. Still waiting for Silksong? Yeah, they dropped a trailer, like, what, last year? I have no doubt it'll be fucking fire. I think the no swearing thing is worn off by now. I think it's only for 10 minutes. Yeah, the VGAs are next week. I'm probably not going to watch them, but I saw that Sekiro 2 was trending, and me, a Bloodborne enjoyer, watching people getting psyched for Sekiro 2 is like, oh, poor babies. I returned to Saizo with the parts, and it's as she waves me over that I feel a pang of sadness in my chest. When will I see her again once I'm done? Well done, Sable. Yes, this is everything we need. Are you ready to assemble a bike of your own? I'm ready. Saizo relaxes in the workshop. It isn't that she's particularly rigid or anxious ordinarily, but there's a certain calm beauty that one only appreciates when Saizo is in her element. I wonder if it's this way for all the machinists. What you must understand, Sable, is that the components you acquired, they fit together. Not by chance, not by effort, but by nature. They belong to her. They have always belonged to her. All we're doing is assembling her from what she has already been. I nod and feel a soft buzzing in my ears. Among my clan, we believe that machines have names, held for ages, all like deep secrets, unheard by those unequipped to listen. We will find this one's name together. Assemble the machine. Gliding bike booster. Attached. Gliding bike wings. I'm learning. Last but not least, the gliding bike front. Now I push the button. Building the bike's really that easy? We did it. Listen. Saizo tilts her head a moment, leaning closer to Simoon. All at once, I know the hoverbike's name. Simoon. I say it in a whisper to let Saizo know. Simoon. Simoon. Well done, Sable. What sort of name is that? I asked Sable what sort of name it is, and if it speaks to any particular clan or culture. If it does, then I don't know it. Perhaps you'll find out on your journey. Saizo shrugs, mostly to herself. Or perhaps you won't, but I hardly think it matters. You are bonded all the same. I tell Samoon that I am eager to know her better, and Saizo looks quite proudly at the both of us. You're ready then, for the gliding. May the gods turn their faces from you, Sable. An odd blessing, perhaps, but Saizo is prone to such things, and I can read in her tone that it was meant quite sweetly. You must learn to listen to Simoon, to care for her. Seek out my fellow machinists on your travels, Sable. They'll teach you the art of machine whispering. Oh, and here, take this. A machinist badge. It's a machinist badge. You'll meet plenty of my ilk on your gliding. Show them your worth, and they'll give you more badges. I thank Saizo twice, for good measure, and give a bow. I am ready. I should speak to Jotty. There we go. Found it. Peace, Dobbs. I hope things start to look up for you.
Sable, that cartographer landed his balloon while you were away. You should go speak to him, see if you can't get a map.
I nod and begin to go, but Jotty gestures me back and puts something in my hand.
Here's some money to get you going on your journey. Use it mostly wisely, and then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. It's good to know the value of money, but you never want to be ruled by it.
I thank Jotty effusively, ooh, that's a fun word, and head out on my way. As she looks across the landscape, Zeki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. You seem tired. Zeki's voice is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That's Ilaria over there. I follow her gaze to a little speck in the distance, which I now understand is her daughter, Ilaria. Do you want me to get her back? Zeki shakes her head. No, she's fine. And I'll get her. I'm just... parenting. I suppose I'll know more about that when I'm older. Man, yeah, you climbed high, little kid. I approached the cartographer.
Ah, greetings, child. I saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she?
Longingly?
Fair enough. I suppose when you can ensconce yourself in a peaceful little bubble and float down from the sky, the balloon loses some of its charm. But I'll accept your curiosity.
I give the balloon an approving nod so that he doesn't feel too bad.
Well, good to meet you, and... oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan.
I tell him I'm Sable.
Suppose if you've come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable?
I'd love a map.
Of course you would. That'll be 50 cuts.
I'll buy that map.
Perfect! Let's trade then.
I thank Jordan for the Ewer map and its vast possibilities. Something about this makes it feel more real.
Good luck on your gliding, Sable. I still remember mine.
I ask how it was.
Short. I knew since I was a boy that cartography was for me. But I spent a little extra time out there, just to enjoy the world. Speaking of, keep an eye on the skies, eh? Plenty of my colleagues out there. They'll have more maps to sell you. And Hakoa. From Hakoa to the Sodic Waste.
I thank Jordan for the tip and say goodbye.
Farewell, child.
You've unlocked a piece of map. You can navigate map screens. Once you visit a place, you can fast travel. Your hoverbike will also travel with you. Huzzah! I return to Jati with a new lightness, and it makes the weight of my departure feel heavier still. What a strange day.
Sable, is that a badge you've got there?
Saizo gave it to me. I tell Jati that Saizo gave me the badge.
Then you must have earned it. Well done.
I give a bow of thanks.
Well, Sable, if you keep this up, you'll be headed for the mask caster in no time.
I try to think about going to a mask caster, but it seems impossibly far away. Imagine choosing what I want to be. Imagine choosing what I want to be forever.
I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about it. You'll get plenty of badges when you're out there, and once you've got 3 alike, you can trade it in for that mask. But don't feel like your first mask is your final choice. The gliding is about freedom and exploration. I suggest you'll claim as many masks as you wish. Only at your final ceremony will you be asked to choose one.
How will I choose one?
You'll have to feel it out. But when you know, you'll know. Now.
The tone of her now puts the butterflies back in my stomach. With all this done, there's only one thing left.
It's time then, isn't it? Time to walk through the face door at the Temple of Rohana. There you'll assemble your gliding mask. And go.
There are things I wish to convey to Jati here. Depths of love and gratitude and fear and worry and hope. And though I find myself unable to speak any of it in words, I know she understands.
Before you leave, child, I made you these. They are dyed with the traditional Ibeksi maroon, and I hope provide you great comfort out in the desert. When you leave today, you will no longer be Sable, clan child of the Ibeksi. You will simply be Sable, and the rest will come. But no matter what you are, no matter where your journey takes you, I will always know you. I will always love you. And I will see you again.
Oh, that's a fucking death flag. I don't know where my journey will end, but I know where it must begin. And I am ready. Ooh, it's another cum. Hey, Selena. Oh, that was not how far I wanted to... Okay, hold on. Clearly, there's an easier way to get there. There. Come here. Now I have 2. Huh, Selena? 2's better than 1, right? Gotta get back to my hoop, dude. Well, actually, no. I guess I don't, because that temple's only like a short jaunt away. A tiny jaunt. You enjoying yourself, Selena? I know. It's just about bedtime, isn't it, baby kitty? Yeah, you. This is where our journey begins, Selena. This is elaborate. I like in the darkened areas, the color is just gone. Is this a thing I can do? Yes, it is. Are you telling me I have to go all the way back up to get the other one? That's rude. It's rude, right, kitty? I don't think this is the correct way to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Can't climb that. Can't climb that. Or can I? Whoop! Gotta think outside the bun a bit. Careful, Selena. It's not like I have to be like super precise with my jumps, but your nuzzling is not helping. But it is very cute. This is very Zelda-y. Yes, it is in fact very Zelda-y. Hi, Selena. Am I able to do this now? Is there another... Ow! Hi! Button that I have to press somewhere? Ah, yes, there is. There's one behind her. Is this the spot, Selena? Like, is this making you comfy? Yes. Now she's clawing the shit out of my arm. She's making biscuits on my forearm. Help. You know in like the Looney Tunes where that like little kitten jumps on the back of the dog and starts like clawing at him. He just goes, ow, ooh, eat, out. But then the cat settles down. He's like, oh. That's what I'm dealing with right now. That has been her since she's been a kitten. The one eye thing makes me feel Zelda even more here. That's horrifying. I'm in a Ghibli movie. The apex. No, not quite. Does she not know that she's hurting me, or does she not care? I'm willing to go with both. She probably doesn't understand the concept of other things feeling pain, because she's a cat. And also, she probably doesn't care because she's a cat. Return to camp. Okay. Kind of thought this would be the exit, but hey. I need you to get down, girl. Your claws really do hurt. Yeah, I'm bleeding. My skin ain't that thick. I don't know what that button did. Wow. Look how much stronger we are than just an hour ago. We can already fly, we have a shitty bike, and we're about to have a better bike and a cooler mask. What a day. What a charming little game. I guess it's time. Logged in. Hello, Sable. Jotty's voice echoes strangely through the machine, yet it still warms me.
Well, Sable, this is it. By the time you hear this, we will have gone.
God damn, you people are fast.
The gliding is a journey that must begin alone.
There's a certain nuance lost in transmission, and for that I'm grateful. It would be far too much to hear the cracks in her voice and not run weepily into her arms to stay forever. But I am ready, and so I close my eyes and listen.
But though you go by yourself, you are not without friends. You are not without family. You are not without love. These things you will always carry with you, as you do your mask. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but if I were you, I might go and see Utari. They're the machinist at Burnt Oak Station, and among Saizo's closest friends. Utari's a good contact to have on one's gliding, and a fine way to get another machinist badge if you're so inclined. Only a suggestion, though. As for us, I'll send another message once we've returned to the Ewer, so keep an eye on the post boxes, and try not to forget us.
She takes a long breath, and I forget that things as easy as breathing could ever exist.
The world is waiting, Sable. Good luck.
Did we forget our bike? Call out. Simoon? Simoon! Yo, what up, Simoon? Let's kick this baby into gear. Oh, it's already smoother. It's a little bit faster. Ooh, but it got that drift, though. And it makes them smoke clouds. Ooh, this purdy. You know, I think we might have to give this game at least one more day's worth of trying, because it is charming. Very charming. But for tonight, though, I think I gotta call it here. But what do you guys think of Sable? If you're watching on YouTube, let me know in the comments. And like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And if you're here in chat, I'll be conversing with you a little bit more. But until then, have a good night, everybody on YouTube.